Hi there DevNoobs and welcome to the second episode of CSS Battle series. We are logged in at cssbattle.dev and ready to tackle the next 4 challenges from the first battle. We are trying to achieve a 100% match, not to finish the challenge with the best score. Enough chit chat, let's start! The first challenge of the day is called Acid Rain. Let's look at it. We have 3 overlapping elements that are offset to the bottom and left. Okay, interesting challenge. Let's start with the solution. First, let's delete these comments. Okay, first thing we need to do is set background. We need to create 3 div siblings with unique IDs. Now we need to specify some common styles for all 3 divs. Left, let's say 200 pixels, and we also need border radius 50%. Okay, looks good. All of the divs will have the same dimensions, the only difference will be specific position, background color and one unrounded corner. But we can use the style of the top right div as default one to save some lines of CSS styling. The only thing left now is to specify the remaining divs with IDs D2 and D3. Let's do that. Let's copy the color. Okay. And we need to change also the top position. Okay. Right. And the left position as well. Okay, looks good. Now border radius. We are going to have one unrounded corner, and now we need to push it to the front with the index 1. Beautiful. Now D3. Basically the same, we only specify a little bit of different setup. Okay, we actually don't need the background color. And the position should be something like this. Nice. Okay, looks good. Okay, so we specify different background color for the middle div and also modify the border radius for the top right non-rounded corner. One more thing to do is to set Z index so the middle div is above the circle and the bottom left div is above the middle one. And that's it. Let's try to submit the solution. Wonderful, 100% match in the pocket. Another challenge ahead of us is the number 6, missing slice. Let's see it. No, actually let's do it like this. Okay, not really any difference. Alright, so let's delete everything. Okay. This should not be any challenge for us, since all the tricks we need to use have been used in previous challenges. Let's make it quick and painless. So let's specify the body, background, yep, styles. Let's copy the background color and let's put it there. Alright, now we will need also specify div. Width will be probably something around 100 pixels, and the same will be the height. Okay, and the position will be absolute as usual. Okay, so we set the background color and also we set the default styles for our 3 divs that we will create in the next step. So let's do that step now. Actually, we only need 3. B and C. They all will be 100 pixels wide and high. We will position them absolutely. Let's style the first one with the ID A. So background should be green. Let's copy it. Alright, border radius is gonna be, let's do it this time a little bit differently, because we can also use the numbers, we don't have to use percentages. So do it like that. And the position left should be something right, 100 pixels, yes. Let's check it, yep, correct position. Okay, so this div with ID A is going to have its own unique background color, we set already. Border radius will be only on the top left side, otherwise it is 0. Position is set because I'm typing it according to my script, where I already know everything and don't need to guess. Bear with me, please. We do the same for the ID B and ID C of the remaining 2 divs with slight modifications. So I will copy the A and I will just lazily overwrite the things that are different. So different color. Yep. Border radius will be actually something like, yeah, this, nice. Actually, I need to do it like this. Position will be, nope. Okay, 200 pixels. Yes, now it's how I need it. And let's see, what about C? Okay, so again, different background color. Border radius will be actually like this. And the position now will be like this. Wonderful. Okay, so looks identical. Let's check it out. And it is a 100% match, and we are therefore done with this one as well. The third challenge is called Leafy Trail. Let's see it now. Okay, this one in principle is quite similar to the Acid Rain, so let's deal with it. Let's prepare our template. Alright, so the background color will be this dark green. Okay. And we actually need to prepare 3 divs again. So let's do that. But we will do it a little bit differently this time, because we are only going to give IDs to the left and the right one, and we are not going to target the center one with the ID, but only with its div tag. Okay, so we need to set the width, height, border radius and position for each of the divs. The best candidate to use as baseline is a center div. One thing I want to add is that I tried multiple values for the border radius before I hit the one that seems to be correct, and that is 67%. Don't ask me why, it just seems to be the correct one. All right. Background is going to be this one. The radius is going to be 67% and 0%. Just like that. Ouch. Okay, so position absolute, as I said before. And the top will be 75 pixels and the left will be 125 pixels. Okay, looks promising so far. Now we just need to specify different attributes for the remaining 2 divs. We only need to change the left position and the background color and it will be done. So the left one first. Okay, this looks very good. We need this bright yellow one and left position of 175 looks identical. Quite right. So let's submit it and let's see. Yes, wonderful. Okay, so 100% match again. Alright, to the last challenge of the day. Now, the last 3 challenges were fairly easy, but the next one will be a worthy enemy. Its name is Forking Crazy, and it will get crazy, believe me. We start by specifying the background and by creating the base of the fork. All of our divs will be positioned absolutely, so we have control over its exact position. So let's specify that as well. Of course, it will also be mostly dark blue, so we can specify background too. So base. It's all about the base, you know. And the background color of the background of the body will be this. Okay. And let's also specify the common attributes of the divs. It's actually going to be this color. Yep. Alright. Our base needs some dimensions and shapes, so let's define it now. Looks like 20 pixels to me. I don't know about you, but I think I'm right. Okay, and bottom like this, and left like this. Okay, check it. Okay, wonderful. Okay, this thin part is done. Now let's specify styles for the white base. It is going to be rounded on the bottom part. So width will be, I think, 140 pixels. Height should be somewhere around 100 pixels. It's going to be at the bottom, and it's going to be positioned from the left side 130 pixels, so it's centered. And we need also the border radius of of 70 pixels. Okay, so far this looks really good. Now we need to add the individual thin fork pieces. Let's call them by IDs F1, F2, F3 and F4. They need to be rounded at the top, but we need each of them to be positioned a little bit differently to the left. So let's do that. Okay, and let's give some styles to this F1, F2, F3 and F4. Okay, so the width will be the same for each of the fork pieces and the height as well. So we can specify both of those. And the position will be the same as well, from the top, not from the left. And also the border radius for the top rounded part will be the same. And 0 and 0. Okay. Okay, but we now need each of them to be positioned a little bit differently to the left. So let's do that now. And I'm going to save some space and put it on one line just like this. And I will copy all the others here. Okay, so the F1 will be a little bit to the left. This is going to be F3 And this is going to be F4. Okay. All right. Now, okay, progress is done. We are almost finished. However, we still need to do something about rounded edges between the teeth of the fork. Actually, what we will do is create 3 little circles with a light color background exactly in the middle between the top light part and the bottom dark part of the base. So let's create the divs, and it will be C1, C2 and C3, and let's give them some style. Alright, C1, C2, C3. So the common styles will be for the width and for the height, which is 20 pixels. Background color, let's make it red for the moment, so we can see it actually. And border radius, set it to 50, so it's the circle. And the top position will be same for each of them. Actually 140 pixels. And all that we need to do now is to specify the position left for each of the circles. And actually change the color to the light blue. Okay. Okay, nicely done. Let's submit it and let's see if we have 100% match. And we do have it. Wonderful. Another 4 challenges finished, with the last one being the most fun. At least for me. Thanks for your time spent with me on these challenges. I will see you next week with the part 3 and the last 4 challenges from the pilot battle.